Now open for business, the Dreamy Designs merch store. We finally have Lazy Bedhead official merch thanks to the lovely people over at Fourth Wall. We got some cool graphic t-shirts custom designed by yours truly.
Do you guys like my hat? Huh? Who likes my hat? Do you like my hat?
Check out my hat. That's been worn a lot since I bought it, actually. It's got my 3 logos from the past 3 years, and the quality of the embroidery is actually really impressive, and I just love it a lot. I love this hat. Ow. But we got more than just clothes. We got mugs, patches, and stickers. Look, we even have the Voidling sticker pack. I'm gonna put these little guys on all sorts of things, including the things I shouldn't.
I'm so proud of myself. I know, I am the artist of a lifetime.
Also, if you're a part of the Patreon, you can get some discount codes when you shop. Another good reason to support the channel. Buy my merch! Link in the description.
My ex-girl's chasing me. In front of me, my next girl's facing me. Awaiting me, the lights in my sight, but I can't cross these enemy lines. I'm behind.
War of the Worlds was the most disappointing thing since my son. Say that this is disappointing because no one was asking for this thing to exist, like, at all. I don't exactly know too many people who are pining for a War of the Worlds modernized adaptation featuring Ice Cube, but I guess for the small population that has been hoping and begging for this thing, congratulations! You got what you asked for? Now look at the rabbits, Lenny. They're so cute and soft, aren't they? That's it, just keep looking at those rabbits. So, the War of the Worlds isn't just some stereotypical alien sci-fi story. It's actually the alien sci-fi story, authored by H.G. Wells back in 1898. The War of the Worlds is the first and oldest alien sci-fi story ever, grandfathering the alien thriller genre and extraterrestrial horror that would bring franchises like Alien, or The Thing, or Predator, or the funny space clowns. If you're ever watching a movie about Martians invading Earth and killing us with this crazy advanced technology, it's taking reference to this. It's so influential, in fact, that Orson Welles, unrelated to H.G. Wells, by the way, one of the most influential figures in filmmaking and entertainment, adapted it into a radio theater drama that was apparently so well done that people thought it was a real event that was happening for real, and it caused mass panic. Aside from that, The War of the Worlds has had many film adaptations even before the 2025 version. One of these films stars Tom Cruise, who pretends to be a good father to these movie children despite having a horrible relationship with his real one. I mean, I guess that's the beauty of being an actor, is that you can pretend to be something you're not. 2025 War of the Worlds actually takes an opposite approach of the 2005 movie by instead making Ice Cube an overbearing father that his kids really want to get a restraining order against. This movie has a really interesting production history that both explains a lot about how this movie turned out, and also absolutely nothing at all. This movie was actually filmed 5 years ago during COVID, where making movies would have been difficult due to everyone staying away from each other, hence going for the style of Unfriended, and you've already made a fatal error.
We have to do something, and we have to do it now.
Who's that?
Welcome to San Andreas, I'm Steve taking drugs.
The producer of this movie has done an interview since then, and they seem to be the only one openly talking about this movie's reception and existence alongside the editor. None of the actors have promoted or spoken about this movie at all, which, I mean, that happens. You know, actors don't have to talk about every movie they do. But in this case, I find it very interesting that the only two people from this movie's creation who are even willing to talk about it are the producer and the editor.
No one sets out to make a bad movie. We didn't know how the movie was received because it wasn't promoted in a way that would suggest it's about the themes that are relevant to individuals. You, me, right? I mean, ultimately, Cube being a DHS employee, working for the government, saving the world with his kids is not relative at all to anyone in the world. But Cube being a dad, saving his kids and family is relatable, right? So we were going for that storyline. Instead, the movie was received as an enormous disappointment, as if it was to be this gigantic $200 million tentpole.
I think there was, a misunderstanding about, what the expectations should be with this movie. And I think people were reacting to that a lot. Often people can say that, love and hate are related. I think they are in a way, you know what I mean? I think what the reaction is saying is that people are having a strong reaction to the movie, which is, not the one that we were hoping for necessarily, but I think, it's one of those things where I think it's probably a little bit misunderstood now, and the way that the film is digested over the years is what's going to be more telling, I think, as far as what we've achieved.
From the critics' standpoint, I think they went into it, I'm assuming they went into it expecting something much grander in scope, probably by way of the title being misleading. War of the Worlds implies something gigantic, enormous. So that's the only kind of way I'm thinking about it. Were we disappointed? Yes. Did we feel as creators, as filmmakers on the whole, did we feel misunderstood? Completely. The internet is a great anonymous place to throw your frustration and hate, and everyone's going through very intense experiences now in our economy, in our social atmosphere. There's just a lot going on that are challenging people, and any outlet that they can express frustration, anger, disappointment, that's just going to absorb everything.
Although this interview does bring up a few interesting things, such as the fact that this movie's production had no overreach or oversight at all by Amazon, despite this movie constantly sucking Jeff Bezos' cock and balls.
Amazon didn't see it until the movie was all the way done. We never intended for Amazon to release the movie. We always thought Universal was going to release the movie theatrically.
Yeah, despite this Amazon Prime original movie feeling like an advertisement for Amazon, apparently that wasn't put in the movie by Amazon at all. According to Patrick, he wanted it to be a major plot point to pay tribute to Amazon employees who were still working during the pandemic. Which, bro, no the fuck you weren't. You don't give a single shit.
The creation of Mark of an Amazon driver was simply because during COVID, in the early months of COVID, when you weren't going to the grocery store, or you couldn't get toilet paper or paper towels, you couldn't get these basic things, or you couldn't buy more than one of them. Who was bringing us individually to our homes all these products to keep us going, to keep us neutral, to keep us surviving? Amazon drivers, FedEx drivers, UPS drivers. These people, these individuals are heroes. They are unsung heroes. They're not identified as such. It's not people's dream to become delivery people, but at the end of the day, they are rendering a impersonal service to humanity, and they are doing so without ego.
I guess I would believe it if the movie never went to Amazon Prime or became an Amazon original. If this ended up on Netflix, then maybe I would give it some slack. If this movie came out during the year of the pandemic, maybe I would say it's endearing. Except for the fact that this Amazon worker in the movie is also one of the stupidest characters, so I don't know.
So they invited the big mainstream, right, branded streamers in, and Amazon saw the Amazon character, which we'll address in this call, and identified clearly this would work wonderfully for them on their platform worldwide.
Basically, this movie was supposed to be a tribute movie made during COVID to show that not only can we still make movies during that time, but that movies during the COVID era could still be fun and still be entertaining without production being physically close to each other to make the movie. It's also trying to be like those feel-good movies. Those traveling out in this disease-ridden world are handed their flowers and adored as heroes to these filmmakers actors. But even if this movie did come out according to plan, I don't think it would have been perceived well either way, because the writing of this film makes it one of the stupidest things you will ever see in your entire life, but also one of the funniest things I have been graced to watch on my screen. So grab your fuckable popcorn bucket and get cozy, because we're watching art at its finest. This is War of the Worlds.
Coming for you now!
The entire movie takes place at the perspective of a computer, which was so riveting the last 6 times we did this. Ice Cube is working for the CIA, which makes sense. I mean, he is a Trump dick writer, so, you know, fondling his sack will definitely get him someplace in his cabinet.
He's only been there like 40 days, and he's shaking things up pretty good, but that's what the American people obviously wanted.
Although he did write that one song calling for Donald Trump's arrest, so like, I don't know, maybe the Diddy deal is what made the ice melt. Did you see what I did there? Ice Cube has a very interesting acting career, with such roles ranging from street kid from the hood, 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 South African from the hood, a cop, and then playing himself several times. I find it really funny he keeps getting typecasted like this, because this whole like gangster rap persona that Ice Cube is known for, he doesn't actually have any gang affiliation ties at all, so it's all kind of bullshit. But man, can he play it well, and thus making this persona his entire acting career. Despite giving whatever fucking performance this was, I don't think that Ice Cube is like a bad actor. I just don't think his range as an actor is all that good. He just plays the same character. Like, to make a comparison to another actor who always just kind of plays the same character, but somehow managed to surprise me in his range, was Adam Sandler. Like, the guy just plays either funny SNL man or a dude who is literally just doing the movie because he wants the vacation. And then Uncut Gems came out and made me respect this man even more than I thought I would. Ice Cube just hasn't gotten there yet. Get it? But by no means do I think he's untalented. I just don't think he gave a singular fuck when making this movie. Granted, if I was stuck in War of the Worlds 2025, I don't think I would have given 2 shits either. So Ice Cube does, with a government job, what I assume any overbearing father would do in a position where he can mass survey everyone, and just spies on his kids who fucking hate him. He also has this side plot of trying to find this domestic terrorist called the Disruptor, who is literally just anonymous and all they do is spout anti-government propaganda on YouTube Live. You know, maybe this movie does take place during the current administration. Oh, and I guess Eva Longoria is in this movie too. She works at NASA, and you can tell because her contact name is Sandra NASA. I mean, to be fair, I also have everyone in my contact list as first name occupation. Samus, musician. Phineas, movie review guy. Anthony, Italian. This should also be pointed out as well, since this movie is trying to edit a bunch of randomly filmed scenes together to make some sort of narrative sense, the editing is fucking awful. Just watch this.
Good morning, what's up?
Look, take a look at this.
I'm sorry, did they cut near the end of her previous line? What the fuck was that?
Look, take a look at this. Any noise about it on your end?
Nope, I watch people, not weather.
You know, you'd think if this many fucking tornadoes were happening at once, there'd be more coverage about it and more people panicking.
I've never seen global storms like this. We can't figure out what's causing this atmospheric phenomenon.
I mean, there is an explanation. I just don't think that the current people in power want me to say what it is. Okay, at this point, I'm trying to figure out how to make jokes about this movie that, like, aren't based in the current political state of the world, but I'm sorry. What is this? Is this Pete Hegseth's signal chat? What the fuck is going on? You don't have to notify your DHS director when someone uploads to YouTube. Just do what everyone should be doing right now. Like and subscribe. Turn on that bell notification so you'll never miss my anti-government propaganda.
I will be releasing classified documents proving the surveillance industrial complex is using their top secret Goliath program to collect our personal data to use against us.
What is this bitch tripping about?
Everywhere we go, everything we say watch, read, and write is captured and evaluated to censor our awareness of the truth.
Oh, okay, I see what's going on here. So we're gonna get War of the Worlds, but we're also getting 1984. So you know that the producers of this movie read books. So while trying to track the IP address of this VTuber, he spies on his daughter, Faith, and chews her out for eating a muffin.
Hey.
A muffin? Really? A muffin. You need to lay off the soy milk. Lay off of that stuff. It's no good for the baby.
Yeah, Faith, lay off the soy. You don't want your baby to grow up as a beta male cuck. You know, like my liberal soft boy clone. Fire Sphere 25. I'm so sorry. Oh, by the way, his daughter is also pregnant. Inducing an eating disorder while you're pregnant. Father of the year. So Ice Cube ignores his daughter's pleas to, please come home, Dad, we haven't seen you in days, to instead play COD or whatever he's trying to do here in his office. He also uninstalls video games from his son's Steam page. You see what I mean when I say that his kids fucking hate him?
I know people would rather have someone watch them, blow them up.
That's the choice? Give up our privacy or death?
Yep.
What was that cut? This is supposed to be a live video call. Why is it cut like my fucking YouTube video? Also, whoever overlaid these clips to form like this pretend conversation, you need to be fired because what the fuck is this?
I know people would rather have someone watch them and blow them up. You are officially banned. Bam! That was easy.
You know, I would make fun of this, but I do the same thing when I dox people on the internet. Oh, and also, the button isn't like a one-time thing. This is like a whole gag in the movie, and it would be quirky if it wasn't like the dumbest thing of all time. So, Mark calls, our designated hero of the story.
What shower?
Oh, shit. Sorry. I guess I should have talked to Faith before I made shirts. My bad.
Turns out the guy who spies on his daughter and shames her for what she eats isn't invited to the baby shower. Shocker, I know. Also, every time his kids change their password on their devices, because God forbid they want some privacy, he just hacks into it anyways and pretends to be their contact information. You know, if my partner dies and I ever become this obsessive and controlling, I'm expecting my ass to be put in a home. So now we meet Agent Jeffries, FBI, and Director Briggs, FBI, in case you forgot where they work together. You know, this would be a thrilling and interesting scene if, well, one, the lead director of the FBI was actually leading the charge at the raid site and not getting drunk at home giving orders, and two, if this entire movie didn't take place on a fucking iMac. I'm sorry, did they just pick the lock during an FBI SWAT raid? You know, maybe this movie actually doesn't take place during the current administration because I'm pretty sure the modern day Gestapo would just... And oh no, it was a decoy. The disruptor is just so much smarter than the CIA's spies or whatever the fuck. Now the aliens are here. So I'm sure, you know, because this is an alien invasion movie, the aliens would kind of be the highlight. So the aliens are probably gonna be something crazy, right? And they're PS1 models. Look, this movie had a limited budget of $2 million. It's not like they could afford Marvel level CGI or anything, but like, come on.
Some are speeding up, some are slowing down. This scatters their entry points across the hemisphere, maybe even wider.
Yes, thank you, Eva Longoria. Instead of calling to warn Ice Cube to evacuate because a meteor is about to land on his head, you send him a video in this time of panic. You know, I love that everyone in this movie acts so human. What a realistic depiction of the end of the world. I love such realistic reactions such as... and... and also... maybe the real aliens were the ones that we met along the way. Again, maybe this whole scene of Ice Cube trying to reach his kids and trying to help David would be more impactful if the movie didn't take place over a Discord yap session with the boys. What is that? I love that the last moments on Earth for this character is just running on a video call, and then you get Inception boomed to death. So the most powerful world leaders get on a fucking Zoom call and discover that aliens are resting inside of the meteor. Wait a minute, is that... hold on. Is that Father Stewart?
Can you tell yet what they're comprised of?
Father Stewart, is that you? My beloved! Father Stewart, I'm so happy to see you. I haven't seen you since... The war.
The war.
So as it turns out, the meteors are actually giant alien robots.
Listen, I need to talk to you about something.
I don't have time for that right now.
Dad,
okay?
This is important. I don't think you understand the dynamics at play here.
Nobody understands.
David, I don't know what you think dynamics at play are happening right now, but aliens are shooting shit out of the sky. Again, this would be scary and impactful if the entire movie didn't take place in Ice Cube's cubicle. The ice cubicle, if you will.
I've never showed this, Dad. What are you doing outside?
Actually, yeah, what the fuck? What are you doing outside? Did your entire building not just shake a few seconds ago? What does going outside, how does that help you? Anyways, Faith gets jumped by aliens and gets whatever the fuck this is in her leg. You know, it's a good thing that this overbearing father not just keeps track of what she eats, but also her heart as well. You know, maybe the message of the movie is to force yourself in your kids' lives without permission and invade their privacy whenever possible. You never know when there's gonna be debris stuck in their leg and you need to call them a Tesla. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant a Tesla. This is a rich oligarch's wet dream of a movie, I swear to God.
I'm coming for you now.
Oh, thank God. We actually might be able to get the fuck out of this building, finally.
Damn it. Lockdown.
I'm trapped in the fucking building again. Oh my God.
You know what your problem is? You think you have more power than you really do.
Wait, I'm sorry, what the fuck? Bitch, he just hacked into a random Tesla and is driving it from his office. I think he has a lot of power in this situation, actually. Also, this whole, like, treat me like an adult, Dad. You can't control everything. You can't save me all the time. The first thing you did when the world was invaded by aliens is go outside and get your shit rocked. Quite frankly, I don't think you can handle yourself either. You know, I would explain this whole, like, hacking cars thing, but at this point, I'm just too busy laughing at the fact that during a time where his daughter is bleeding out in a car, he writes an email about how hard it is being a dad. Everyone's priorities in this movie are so fucked. Now we're militarizing. Once again, we're having a super important government meeting on Zoom. So Ice Cube just slurs through this very important briefing of the situation.
They knew exactly where they were going, and they are systematically eliminating resources and our ability to coordinate a response.
And then the president says the name of the movie.
I see no other option to initiate this war of the worlds to save us all.
And now we take a look at military missions against the giant fuck-off aliens from the safety of Ice Cube's computer. I love that he's like cheering it on as if, you know, you're fucking doing anything other than just watching the news.
Take your intergalactic asses back home. Back home!
It's like watching a football game and cheering on your team and feeling like you're being included because you're there in spirit. So I guess after declaring the war of the worlds, Ice Cube finally asked the question. I mean, after destroying so much of the city, I don't think I'd personally care to know why they're here anyway. But whatever, David calls and I guess they have this conversation.
All right, just hear me out on this.
No, fuck off.
Okay, so I guess David is trying to warn Ice Cube about Goliath, which is some secret government project to, like, well, it's Palantir. It's basically Palantir. And I guess this is all relevant because apparently Goliath has known about the alien invasion and they know that the aliens feed on data. And basically this is like a feeding operation to give up for the aliens. For what? I don't know. All I know is that I'm getting a lot more background information and context to Project Goliath than I actually am of the threat of the movie. Also, and forgive me if this is like a boomer question, but why is everything controlled by data? Like, it's literally everything on the planet. Like, I'm pretty sure there would still be some things that can still function without data. What the fuck is even happening? This movie answers none of it. And I think the biggest issue with War of the Worlds is that it's a bunch of military alien sci-fi talk trying to sound smart, but it doesn't actually amount to anything. Like, I don't feel like I'm watching a movie that's like full of smart technology and alien science. I feel like I'm just watching a bunch of Star Trek nerds trying to pretend to sound smart.
I thought that I could stop the bleeding if I took it out.
So the bioengineer thought that pulling out the thing that contained the bleeding would stop the bleeding, not make her bleed out more. You know, I was very critical of your dad being too overbearing and invasive, but you're just a fucking idiot. I mean, I wouldn't trust you around a hot stove. No wonder he spies on you all the time. You are like 2 seconds away from accidentally killing yourself. Faith is like the type of person that would put the fork in the electrical socket just to see what would happen. So Mark closes up the wound with packing tape, which works somehow. You know what? I don't fucking care anymore. I just don't fucking care anymore.
We are in utter chaos without our most precious resource, our data.
Oh, please, for the love of God, fuck off and kill yourself. So, crazy fucking plot twist, I guess. So, I guess Ice Cube didn't think to do this until later, but he decides to take an audio clip from a Disruptor livestream, mess with the masking and the pitch to figure out who it is, and oh my god, it's David. I can't believe you didn't think to do this until later, I guess.
It's you! It's you!
So now that the truth has been revealed about how they knew.
They hid it from us. They hid it from everybody.
He calls up Briggs, who apparently has been operating Goliath in the same building Ice Cube is working in. How fucking convenient is that?
We risked all of our lives just to spy on people's Amazon carts.
Come on, Bedford. The government's like mommy and daddy. If we can't track our babies, how can we protect them?
Wow, it's almost like that's the lesson that Ice Cube needs to learn in this movie. Also, can you please never call the government mommy and daddy ever again? You're making me uncomfortable. So I guess Dave and Ice Cube team up to beat Goliath. Mark is keeping Faith together with packing tape in a dream. And I guess the plan is to just virus the aliens to death.
We gotta poison their food supply, okay? So we gotta infect all the data centers. All right, Disruptor. Let's disrupt some shit.
Oh my god, it's happening again. First we mine, then we craft. Let's mine. All right, Disruptor, let's disrupt some shit. I love it when these movie reviews take reference to each other. It's so fucking funny. So Disruptor connects Ice Cube to other hackers named Burnout, Starfire, Code Crusher, and Thelma and Louise? These are the worst codenames on the planet. And he gives them full DHS access and wipes all of their folders and information to give full immunity. In the meantime, Ice Cube uploads to YouTube the Briggs expose video.
We now have the ability to predict every person's thoughts and movements.
Our most precious resource on Earth is food for the superior intelligence that invaded Earth.
I'm sure other commentary bros will be hyping this video up like crazy. I mean, if your son had access to all of this information, he could have just done this himself at any time. He sent you the file, so why didn't he do this earlier? Side note, I'm not really sure how anyone would be able to even watch this video given the data is being eaten and the internet doesn't fucking work. You know what? At least this video was popular enough it ended up on a Reddit snark page. That's how you know it did well. And now they're uploading a rabbit virus to the rest of the world or something. Again, this would be a more impactful scene if it weren't taking place on fucking Skype.
I'm being hacked. They're hacking us.
They're eating our data. My data's being drained.
Oh no, they're draining data from the hackers. That basically means online death. Actually, it just means that the aliens are now pissed off and starting to go after the hackers for virusing their data and they blow the fuck up.
No, Dave, get out of there now! Dave, is that... No! No! Dave? What is this?
That was freaking intense.
My God, man!
So far, David has had 2 fake-out deaths, and I just think that that's fucking hilarious. Especially since all David had to do was just fake that he was being there. He just green screen that shit. But the house does get, like, legitimately destroyed, so.
But they blew up my house. They blew up my house, man.
Dad, let's
Why
focus.
couldn't you run that signal through Brian's house so they can blow his shit up?
Look, Dad, we got a lot of work to do.
I don't have alien invasion insurance.
I'm going to kill myself! So they learn that the aliens are these little bug droids that are both a mix of alien and android, and they need to feed on data to survive. So since these bugs have both data and code, and like regular viruses won't be killed by that, I guess, they need to upload a cannibal code or something?
Faye, do you have access to your cannibal code? These things are alive. That means we can kill them.
It's never been tested.
They're a hybrid organism, biological and cyber.
That explains why a computer virus couldn't stop
Exactly.
them. DNA's a lot like computer code.
Why can't you just reprogram the DNA and the aliens to cannibalize themselves?
Mark, that's absolutely right. We can rewrite Faith's code.
Look, just roll with it. We're almost done. So the government is trying to protect Goliath, and the only way to do that is to blow up Ice Cube. So now he has to manually insert the cannibal code into Goliath. All right, I know this is like an urgent situation, and we're basically running on borrowed time, but here, hold on. Let me just finish typing up my dad manifesto.
Put it on a thumb drive.
I don't have a thumb drive.
What do you mean you don't have a thumb drive?
Okay, so this is where the movie just decides to take its brain and put it in the microwave just to see what the fuck would happen. Because in order to get a thumb drive to Ice Cube with the cannibal code on it, they have to use Prime Air, an Amazon drone. Guys, I swear that Amazon had nothing to do with this at all. They had no overseeing power of this movie whatsoever. We swear that this is not advertising their delivery drones that I don't think I've ever seen in my life. So now he has to deliver the Amazon drone to get him the thumb drive in time. Amazon saves the fucking day, I guess. I'm sorry, do you really expect me to believe with an airstrike ship, the aliens going after Goliath, that this dinky little fucking Amazon drone that doesn't even actually look like the Amazon drones, it just looks like a $20 drone that you would buy on Amazon. You expect me to believe that this is gonna outrun all of this? This is gonna be faster than this. You know, maybe I would actually believe it if I got that lobotomy that I've been delaying. Maybe I should schedule that, because thinking is hard. I have to overcompensate for people being this dumb. So the drone is shot down and flipped upside down, so they have to hack into the phone of a homeless person and ask him to flip over the drone, and they bribe him with an Amazon gift card of $100 to risk his life to flip the drone. And it is so fucking funny.
Come on. All right, no, move. Flip over for me, baby. Come on, yes!
Oh my fucking god. Again, this whole drone POV, alien shooter, aliens attacking Ice Cube via security cam, that would all be cool if our main characters weren't just sitting on their asses playing Fortnite the whole time.
Shit, my damn access card doesn't work. Hey, Faith, rewind the security footage, try to find the code.
How do I do that?
Go to File and click Footage Playback. See if you can find someone entering the server room.
I think I got it.
Are you fucking kidding me? Don't you just love bad ADR? Isn't it not just the most annoying fucking thing ever? So the aliens try inserting their tentacles all over Ice Cube, and he puts in the thumb drive and it kills the aliens, and yeah, that's about it. Oh, perfect. The Radford family gets a shout out from government useful idiot Joe Rogan. Thank God none of these guys had anything to do with the production of this movie in any act of self-fellatio. I am so happy that I had watched this entire movie. It certainly doesn't make me question why God doesn't save me from this torment. Nope, I just love it all. I love our government overlords, and I am so happy to be alive.
I'm done watching us. From now on, I'm watching you guys.
War of the Worlds is the worst movie to come out this year on a technical level. The writing, the acting, the editing, the production, the everything that goes into putting a movie together is bad down to the core. But entertainment-wise, this is the funniest thing I have seen in a very long time. It is so shameless and desperate to seem so cool and make current year references that it makes you cringe but also like die of laughter at how incompetent these bozos were. Like, how do you make a movie trying to be so in touch with the times and in touch with Amazon workers, I guess, but this is just so amazingly stupid. But hey, I can't say that I didn't laugh my ass off. I mean, like, if you put a gun up to my head and make me choose to watch any of the movies that take place on a computer, I wouldn't choose. I would just have you kill me at that point. But at least this one's like a dumb, fun movie. It's a movie I can like torture my friends with bad, laughable cinema. Like, it's either that or Unfriended, but Unfriended is like the equivalent of like an Israeli torture method, and there is absolutely nothing funny about that. At least this is somewhat entertaining, if only for the sole purpose of laughing at someone's failures in cinematic form. I guess since I've been particularly insulting this review, I should say that I don't, like, hate anyone who decided to partake in this movie's creation, and I hope nothing but the best for everyone, and everyone continues to, like, continue to get work after this, and maybe they can, like, include this on their resume as, like, something to laugh about. Or don't, and just forget that this whole thing ever happened. Honestly, I wouldn't blame you either way. The end.